French Shabbat Shalom, and greetings to you all. How was your Memorial Day? Did you take part of the day to remember the brave men and women who fought, who died for country, and those who still fight? To the brave men and women everywhere, in every land, we salute you. Now, I bet you all missed a different holiday this week. It was Jerusalem Day, and it fell on May the 26th. It's also known as Yom Yerushalayim in Hebrew. It's an Israeli national holiday, celebrated on the 28th day of Iyar. I know it's difficult when holidays are in a foreign calendar, so you're not sure when they are. You know the high holy days are in the fall, September or October. But you don't know the date, unless you look it up. You know Passover's in the spring, but again, unless you know, you don't know when the first of Nisan is. Now, until I was living at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in Israel, I didn't know or appreciate Yom Yerushalayim. It's a national holiday commemorating the reunification of Jerusalem and the establishment of Israeli control over the city. And it is the answer to every Passover's ending, next year in Jerusalem. Well, next year is now, and it's every year. Now, just like you, I asked about it. I found out that on it, Jerusalem was liberated from the Jordanian occupation after 6 days of fighting, known as the Six-Day War, which people seem to have forgotten about, which took place in June 1967 after neighboring countries planned to attack the emerging state of Israel. The commonly held pessimistic view was that Israel was an experiment that managed to survive for about 20 years in the Middle East. However, the armies of Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon would now bring Israel to its obvious end. Well, contrary to all odds, Israel not only blocked the attacks of the neighboring countries, but also managed to conquer East Jerusalem from the Jordanians. As a result, for the first time since the Jordanian occupation of 20 years before, Jews had been given the right to access their holiest place in the world, the Western Wall, which is known in Hebrew as the Kotel. Now, in addition, after Mount Scopus, where the original university building stood, became safely accessible, the Hebrew University returned to the campus after being exiled to the western part of the city during the Jordanian occupation. When I studied there, you could still feel the energy of that unification and return to the Einstein, Freud-founded great seat of learning. Now, the battle and its consequences became a significant event in the history of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. One can never guess how history could have developed had it happened otherwise. Nevertheless, there's no doubt that valuable opportunities for peace between two nations have been missed, and either side places responsibility on the other. Now, right after the war's end, Israelis and Jews from all over the world went to the Western Wall. Drunk with joy and euphoria, they prayed, they danced, they sang, they cried, they read the Torah. Up until the liberation of the Western Wall, Jews could only pray on the rooftop of King David's tomb, which is located on Mount Zion. This was the closest to the holy place they could reach without crossing the Jordanian border. Today, Jews and non-Jews from all over the world pray at the Western Wall. They have their bar mitzvahs there. And I'm sure many of you can't imagine the time not that long ago that Jews were forbidden from reaching its walls. It's a magical place that I certainly hope you all get to go at least once in your lives. Now, today's celebrated by one group, but not by another. It's taken on the footnote kind of like of a junior Nakba day, catastrophe day. It's what the Palestinians like to call the independence and existence of Israel, a catastrophe. And so on the unification of Jerusalem, they cry a little bit more. Now, while the Americans celebrate the 4th of July and Canadians the 1st, the British don't have official days of hate and mourning for the birth of those two nations. How sad the hatred for the sake of hate has poisoned so much of the world, when less than 0.2% of the population is Jewish. Why hate the Jews? We don't live in hate. No, we celebrate not just our independence, but everyone's independence. So it makes us want to be part of a global community. And it's one of the reasons we come together as we do when we gather and celebrate each other. Share is a like-minded group, collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith because all are welcome. Love, any and all love because all are welcome. So we come together as a community, a true chavura, fellowship, expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. Even though together, we're individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own way. So once again, go ahead and invite everybody you know, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, or spiritually, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Come together. Hine Matov. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community, so let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the whole world. Remember, friends, this is you setting aside a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah, your intention. It's what you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control, of what you can correct. It is your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. And it's goodwill, energy, light that we send to help heal those who need it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them, call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. That's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. And a part of the healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everyone. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for those in need of assistance. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life for everybody around us. Let's continue to send healing energy for the hostages still held, still in prison, still languishing in the pits of despair. What happened to calls for their freedom? These are the forgotten victims of violence. These are the victims of innocence. Shouldn't they be honored? Yes, they should. And also for all of those closer to us, for Alan Powell, for Winston, who traveled to the ends of the world to do for others, for Charles, for Mina Miriam, for ever present, ever there Carson, for the muse of music, Calliope, studying the secrets of the universe, for the angel Gabriel, for Trevor, Jessica, for Snoopy and the Builder, for Elf, for Sabrina and Dave, for Paul, Maria, for PJ, for Lucy, Pinky, Inura, who I do look forward to seeing soon, for Alana, always with love in her heart, for Joni and Fern, for Carla, Mina, Kathleen, for dear John and Maria. Good luck. They just closed on their house, and I wish them all the luck in the world. For Doria, for Gloria, for Connie and Ronnie, for Mayim, for Tally and Danny and Nina, for all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, all our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world, and for Devora, always true to heart. We pray for all who need prayer. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care. Because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Evotenu Makor for us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Barak, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as He has healed before. Misha Barak, may He who blessed, because all healing is a blessing. So let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now we've also coming up the holiday of Shavuot in 2025, one of the gathering festivals, one of the three. It's the one that celebrates the first fruits harvest. Begins at sundown on June 1st and concludes at nightfall on June 3rd this year, which happens to be the 98th birthday of Arve, truly younger than anyone I know and who will probably live forever. Now the highlight is the celebration of the receiving of the Ten Commandments. Shavuot. It's not that well known or understood. It means weeks. We have counted the 7 weeks from Passover, which we were told to, and it celebrates the receiving of the Torah on the mountain. Now again, for those who feel it's difficult observing Jewish holidays, this one's not a complex holiday at all. It's a fascinating holiday, a prayer is said. It's actually the first real prayer in the Bible as we bring our offering of the first fruits to the priests. And you can read it. So how are you going to celebrate this holiday? Well, it's one in which we often eat dairy food, not meat. And many read the book of Ruth, which is only one of the 2 books of the Bible written about a woman. But if you do nothing else, at least read the 10 Commandments, found in Exodus 21. They summarize everything for you to make you a better person. There is no better way to commemorate the Great Epiphany. Remember, friends, at one point, the daily recitation of the 10 Commandments and the Shema were the only prayers done every day. Nothing else was needed. There was no multi-hour services. That was it. Just those simple things, simple rules. No other gods, no graven image, no false oaths in the name of God. Remember the Sabbath day to make it holy. Honor your father and your mother. No murder, no adultery, no stealing, no being a lying witness, no coveting. These are simple rules for life. The first 3 are about our relationship to divinity and what we do not necessarily understand. The next 2 are a bridge between the divine and the mundane, between our souls, our roots, and our bodies. The final 5 are about how we relate to fellow humans. Who cannot follow 5 lousy rules for how to relate to humanity? Join me now as we move on and we read Bamidbar, in the wilderness, which is also known as the Book of Numbers. Now, this is an amazing book. Its title in Hebrew is so different from the Greek or the English. In the English and the Greek, it's known as Numbers. It opens and closes with a census, hence the name. But the Book of Numbers is the story of a journey. And the journey is the most powerful allegory in literature, beginning with the first story ever written, the Tales of Gilgamesh. And then we have the Iliad, the Odyssey, the Aeneid, Gulliver's Travels, Don Quixote, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Around the World in 80 Days, Treasure Island, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Wizard of Oz, everybody's favorite, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. We've all dreamt of that place. We all dream of going there, journeying there. The journey. We are all born into this life on a journey of discovery. And we each seek our promised land. And maybe that's why this book has the impact and connection with people that it does. It reflects real experience. It's a ready metaphor for human lives, and it is the connector between the world of literature and the world of dreams. There's a destination anticipated in the future in which some of them will participate and some will not. We will see the wilderness years constitute a kind of ideal. The people's life is orderly, protected. They're close to God. It's a period of incubation, of nurturing. All is provided. Food, water, direction. The miraculous is the norm. At the same time, the wilderness is depicted as terrible. Conditions are bad. The environment is hostile. There is rebellion from within and fighting with people whom they encounter on the way. There are power struggles and there is fear. There's an entire nation in movement with a visible miracle, we call them a cloud and fire, and miraculous feeding, manna, happening in their presence at all times over a span of 40 years. It is the only age in the Bible in which miracle is a daily fact of life. We've reached the beginning of the end. The wilderness generation is let loose in the wilderness. Here they form laws, rituals, communities, social conventions. Here is where they become a nation. Enjoy the book of Numbers, my friends. To many, numbers are the hidden language of the universe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I have a little more? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love you. All together now. 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 Numbers. And as many of you know, there's a study of Torah devoted only to the numbers that the words generate with its meanings, the codes, the connections, and it's known as gematria. Now, this fascinating book is not just about the bookend censuses that occur, one at the beginning and one at the end. We don't know if they're the same. The first is redundant, since every person counted will be dead by the end of the book. And it goes into great detail when you read it. And the second census is the key census because it's what determines the land distribution. So crucial, even including for the Jubilee, when everything goes back to what was. Numbers may dominate, but they never override the journey that the people and that each of us are on. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. And end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we're a community. We learn together. We celebrate with each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. Please do learn to forgive, learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts, honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe because we set in motion all that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. Everything is linked. You always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, to any person you've wronged. But ask forgiveness. But always do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate. Because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself? Other people in the world just as they are. Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. Keep on dreaming, my friends. Keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love because it's always in front of you. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind. It's the deepest source of real power. Lies in consciousness and the ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all circumstances. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and belief and what they mean to you. And never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, I guarantee others have too. We share together, my friends. We learn together. We help each other. Because we are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have a special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. You're never alone on your journey. Listen to the voice of God as he, she, it, them, they talks to you. Remember, your connection to God and all he has created in body and in soul is a part of me. It's a part of you. It's a part of all of us together forever. Listen to his voice. He's talking to you and just you. And enjoy this journey. We are on the road in the wilderness, and we're in great company. This is the place where Moses led the slaves, turned them into a people, where Jesus went to find God, where Mohammed was visited by the angel Gabriel. And it is where you are. It is you on your way home. Two of us riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned pay. You and me, Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're coming home. And we all are. We're going home. And home, my friends, is where your heart is. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. And I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.